Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are back over on the test server and we are going to be looking at Lucretia. Yes, I think I pronounced it right, but we are going to go ahead and look at Lucretia and we are going to look at the Arena of Trials. So as you can see here, we do have one Elite Stone, which could possibly be Lucretia. Lucretia? I think I'm saying it correctly now, maybe. But overall, you do get some resources. You do get a couple rare stones here. So let's go ahead and begin the trials. As we know for most of this, you just go ahead and do a circle around the trials. So the first one, as you can see, we're right here, kind of in the middle of this place, it looks like. And there is our little chest right in the middle. So let's actually just hop right down here and we will see our first battle, which is, of course, going to be Lucretia. There she is. So we're going to drop her to the back line. In this one, we are going to use Torn and Satrana. Satrana with the rework is very, very viable when it comes to tanking, as well as Rowan for support to see how much damage we can do. And of course, Rowan and the twins do kind of go hand in hand because they are super powerful together, especially with Satrana, which she actually died pretty quick there. But Satrana is very, very powerful if you can get her survivability up. Very easy to win the battles with her. Finally got Flora down, which concludes the battle. Lucretia stayed up in this one. So let's go ahead and look at the damage here. 2.39 million, almost a million each. Support, of course, not offering much in that role, but that's okay because we'll go ahead and we'll pick up our first chest here, which is some diamonds, sliding all the way to the very bottom for our next Arena Guardian. This is again going to be similar formation. So as you can see, they already kind of predetermine our formation here. But this one, we're swapping Satrana out. We are going to drop Tassie in. We are putting Lucretia to the bottom. That way she can take out Inoki pretty quick. Inoki is a hero that if he scales, especially with his shields, very, very tough to kill. But like I was saying originally, when you look at Rowan, when you look at the twins, the combination of those two are going to be very, very tough, especially with Lucretia because of the amount of damage she puts out. As you can see there, awesome CC from Tassie. Looks like Torn with the Bone Whip is just getting it done. So Lucretia in this one did go down pretty early. 2.5 million from Torn. I have heard that Torn is absolutely phenomenal with his furniture as well as his signature item. On the Graveborn account, we started building him. Haven't built him really far enough to use him, but I have heard that some Torn videos max out will completely blow your mind. So looking at this one, we don't really have any tanks other than Orthos in this one. So we're actually going to swap Rowan up front with Tassie. Lucretia is going to go to the top with Torn in the middle and the twins for this one. Again, Torn doing a significant amount of damage. We just want the twins to ult. The twins ulting is really the big thing. Remember, we don't have any of the Elder Tree boosts in here. We don't have any of the signature item boosts. We don't have any of the furniture bonuses. So a lot of things are still missing kind of out of these team comps. But overall, they can still get it done. In Torn with his little bone field and that bone whip, again, does a lot of damage. As you can see there was the ult from Lucretia to finish out the battle. She stayed up in this one. 7.83 million, and that's what I want to see. Almost 8 million damage, which again, no signature items, no furniture bonuses, not having nothing but pretty much just raw damage on this one. So let's actually swing around to our next Arena Guardian, and this one is going to be a different combination that I've actually never used, which is Flora with the Devourer. As we know it, Oden for the displacement, Nemitsu, which is absolutely crazy. Then we're going to go ahead and put Lucretia right in the bottom. So a real hodgepodge kind of together formation. But as you guys have seen on the Mauler account, Nemitsu does very, very well at healing. I do have his furniture. I have a signature item at plus 30. He does very, very well at keeping not only totems alive, but heroes alive with his healing ability. Here we got 2.7, 2.0. Not too much by Lucretia in that one, but that's okay. Nemitsu, again, very, very good at healing, especially if you spend the time to invest in him. So this one, we're actually going to switch it around again a little bit. We're going to swap Flora into the back. Lucretia and Nemitsu are both going to stay there, and we're adding Inoki. Inoki is a hero that been a little bit disappointed with. His shield is good. Overall, his abilities are good. I do have his plus 30 signature item as well on the Mauler account. Dies relatively easy, which I do not like at all. Any hero that dies relatively easy, especially being of the tanking class, is pretty disappointed. Reminds me of Warwick, reminds me of Almus, reminds me of a bunch of heroes that die really, really quick. As you can see here, Flora doing a significant amount of damage, which is always good to see. Flora is a hero, again, that I have not personally built. A lot of people do use her in a Taline combination, a Thorin combination. I'm sure Mizal, she would work really, really well. So overall, we do have Lucretia on this one, which will go ahead and we'll drop in Taline and Rigby here. Rigby, again, another hero. I don't know many people, if anyone, that actually uses here, but Mahira, we're going to drop in this one as well. So Taline, always the best support class, followed by Rowan. Having those two in most formations will be absolutely devastating when it comes to the campaign, because those two alone can keep up a majority of heroes just with the support they provide. Not only Taline's healing, but if a hero happens to get low enough where they will die, Rowan's potions do take effect, which is a big difference. So 1.2, 1.1, again, not doing that much damage overall. Hoping for definitely a little bit more output. But again, she's not really at full power. But out of a Hypogean hero, I would expect a little bit more. So staying with a similar combination here, we're actually going to swap Rigby to the top with Taline here. And then we're actually going to swap in Belinda. Belinda is one of the heroes that are just a absolute supercharged nuke hero. Meaning that if you can get her to ult, that's it. It's pretty much game over. Most heroes cannot handle the ult that she puts out with her Divine Light ability. Not only that, is she does buff other heroes, which makes a big difference. As you can see there, she killed Lorzan, she killed Verk with her ability. So very, very cool to see Belinda with the ult. So 2.56, not too bad damage there. 1.5, 1.4. Rigby 1.3, just doing a little bit of damage for the little guy. So swinging around, let's do this top trial first. That way we don't have to backtrack to it. And this one, again, going to be a little bit different. So we're going to swap in Lucius and Thorin are going to be our two heroes. She is going to be up top, and then we're going to put in, of course, Nara Farrell. Super, super tough combination to defeat. I love running the Graveborns with Nara and Farrell, as well as Damon. The combination of those three just seem to absolutely destroy. Lucius, very strong as well with Lucretia because he increases her survivability. Again, with most of the agility heroes, that is always the issue that we face, is the survivability issue. They die really easy. Titus dies really easy. Thane dies really easy. Kaz dies really easy. When you look at the overall heroes, they have a tendency to die relatively easy. As you can see here, it's going to be pretty close, but we do get it done with Lucretia getting the kill there. 3.25 million. As you can see, Lucius, not much of anything, as well as Farrell. Farrell does significant amount of damage plus the energy reduction, but he is mainly there for the crowd control. The crowd control is the reason why players run Farrell, is the horrifiability and the stun that it brings. So in this one, we're going to go with Lucius and Thorin again. They will be our tanks. We are going to swap in Khazard. Khazard, again, another hero that I have not built. Haven't seen much. I know everyone has said he is a complete glass cannon, but he provides a lot of crowd control, just like Farrell, just like a couple other heroes with the freeze ability. As you can see right here, we have a hero just sitting in the back, completely frozen as he turns everything to ice. Couple him with the twins and with Rowan, getting a very, very strong energy recycle team. You throw Aziz in that combination as well. Again, very, very powerful hero with a lot of damage, 2.6, 2.4. So Khazard taking the win there for damage on this trial. So we got a couple left here. Actually swap all the way over to the far corner, which again, this is going to be a combination we've used before. So we're sticking with Lucius. Thorin's actually going to the back to drop in Satrana. And we're dropping out Khazard for Nara. And this will be the combination to win this trial. Again, remember, if Lucretia is in the back row, she gets a certain ability. If she's in the front row, she gets a different ability. So making the placement of the hero is going to be absolutely vital. Even though I'm still a little disappointed that she does not have a resurrect ability that most people were looking for. But even here, 2 million damage, 2 million damage from her. So staying right up there with Satrana on this one, allowing us to get the win. So I believe we have 2 or 3 more of the trials left. So this one we're facing Iran. So we're going to go with Taline and Titus. Titus, another hero that I love to build. We just built him on the pay to win account. Rigby, and we're going to go with, of course, Mahira in this one. So Iran is going to pull in Taline, Titus. Pulling in Titus is always pretty good because he can fear. There he pulled him in. Iran is feared. That's what I want to see. That's what we have done significantly, especially in the tower or where you're fighting Iran many times, popping in Titus. When Titus is pulled in, he will actually do his fear ability. If you have Titus's signature item, he has survivability. It adds a ton of survivability when he uses, I believe it's the savagery ability. 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. So just about even 1 million across the board in this trial, which it looks like we have one more down here. So we'll swoop around, we'll grab this one, and we are going to go with our Mizoth, which of course, Anoki, Flora for our high flying damage, and Nemitsu will complete the formation for this one. So looking here, Flora just takes off in the beginning, just literally starts raining people. Anoki and Flora together. Anoki will push everyone to one side. Mizoth will hold them in place. Flora will just absolutely destroy them, just as you've seen right there. Very, very cool. 2.79. So look at this combination. You have Mizoth holding heroes in place. You have Anoki keeping everyone together. You have Nemitsu here for totems. Remember, totems will be a distraction, meaning that heroes will stay in the back and try to kill the totems versus taking priority over the regular heroes. Now they have Lucretia in the bottom doing 1 million damage, which is very, very cool. So I believe this is our final chest. Congratulations to our champions. And here is our free hero because we got our 1 elite stone. So that will conclude it for our trial. Want to take a quick look at her skills. If you've already seen her skills, you can go ahead and stop the video here. But of course, her ultimate ability, Ungodly Defiance. First time Lucretia uses her ultimate ability, she absorbs her 2 revolving skulls, absorbing their energy until the end of battle. After absorbing the skulls, life leech is increased by 40, energy recovery rate is increased by 50. Afterwards, each time she uses her ultimate ability, deals 280% AoE damage, up to 320% damage at level 3. Hellfire is a really big one to focus on because of her furniture that comes with it. Encircles Lucretia for 10 seconds, dealing 60% damage every 0.5 seconds, meaning that every second she's going to deal damage twice to enemies in close proximity to her. Very similar to the ability that Sophia has. Enemies affected by Lucretia's flame have their defense rating decreased by 15% for 2 seconds. This ability can be stacked. So if there is a hero on her, the ability can be stacked, meaning that the defense rating is going to increase and do more damage over time, the longer that a hero is standing next to Lucretia. Brings us to Death Wish. This is an interesting new concept. Lucretia marks the enemy that has dealt the highest total amount of damage, which is usually the strongest enemy in formations, and hunts them until their death. While hunting down the enemy target, Lucretia receives 50% less damage from the target, which is perfect because remember, survivability with agility heroes is very, very low. If the enemy formation includes Zephyriel, Lucretia shall prioritize her attacks against him above all other enemies. Damage to hunted enemies is increased to 40% during the hunting phase. So essentially, she is going to pin target the hero that is doing the highest total amount of damage and seek to kill them with Death Wish. Twin Terrors. When positioned on the front line, the Skull of Treachery is activating, raising Lucretia's dodge by 50 points, tenacity by 20 points. When in the back line, Skull of Destruction is activated, raising attack speed and crit amplification. The effects of both skulls are simultaneously active after Lucretia uses her ultimate ability for the first time. meaning that you want to get her to alt ASAP. As soon as you can get her to alt, you will go ahead and get the Twin Terrors. As you can see, level 2 raises dodge, raises tenacity. Level 3 raises attack speed, raises crit amplification. So overall, super, super powerful hero. She is going to be the one that I'm going to be going for. As we also know, she is a ranger, meaning she is going to get the bonus damage from the ranger tree, doing a lot more damage there. Let's take a look at her signature item real quick. Any non-summoned ally dies, Lucretia gains 100 energy points, meaning that if you do lose a hero, she is going to get an energy boost. Level or plus 10 gives her 200 energy. When any non-summoned ally dies, Lucretia's attack rating is increased by 30% for 12 seconds, meaning even if she is at the hunt is going to give her a damage boost. This is going to give her additional attack rating boost up to 50% for 12 seconds, which is very, very powerful, especially when you just lost a hero. And then, of course, the furniture bonus, like I said, to remember the ability Hellfire. When enemies have used their ultimate ability for a combined number of 2 times, so we have 2 ults, the effects caused by the flames ability Hellfire are strengthened. Enemies that are damaged by the flames have their energy recovery rate reduced, meaning that heroes that are around her are not only taking more damage because the effect does stack, they are not going to be recovering energy, which again makes it very, very powerful for any team to have the furniture bonus. The 9-piece, when enemies have used their ultimate abilities for a combined number of 7 times. So looking at the scaling of this, you are going to have a battle that is significant in length to get the 9-piece bonus, which makes me think that the 3-set bonus for her should suffice with the energy recovery rate. The 9-piece, of course, if you're a whale, will definitely be beneficial, but to have the heroes ult a combined number of 7 times is going to be significant when they're getting into the battle. So she is going to have to be up for a while, as well as a majority of your team. Just like most scaling heroes, the furniture makes her scale quite a bit. So number of 7 times, the flame effects of the ability Hellfire are strengthened, and the flames shall no longer disappear, meaning the rest of the fight, she will have Hellfire up. Enemies that are damaged by the flames will be unable to use their ultimate abilities for a short duration, which is similar to what Aziz does. Remember, the Hellfire is going to do damage. Not only that, it's going to stack, it's going to reduce defense, it's going to nerf the energy recovery rates of the heroes, as well as cancel out their ults, and the Hellfire will not go away with the 9-piece bonus. But you do have to get 7 ults and live through 7 ults to make this work, which means, again, scaling heroes are going to be where it's at. So that is it for Lucretia. That is her trial. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I am super stoked. I think she is the one I'm going to go with, because if you look, again, this is the test server. Destiny's Choice is up, so you can actually choose one hero that you want. If you want Lucretia, if you want Zephyriel. A lot of players have been saying, and I was surprised that they're going for Zephyriel, but Lucretia, I definitely want to see and build. Very, very cool. Having both of them would be ideal, but I will be happy, more than happy with Lucretia. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.